This is the Boxee of what comes in the box minus the cables. I'll go into details of what what actually comes in the box, but this is basically a remote. Get a pretty good view of the remote, the view itself. Flip it over here for you. You've got the Boxee logo on the bottom there, D-Link. It's got the menu button. As you can see, little menu buttons. It's got the D-pad with the click button in the middle. That's pretty much the OK button when you click on everything. You got the play button up top. Pause and play. I like the remote. It's not line of sight, so basically you could be pointing it to somewhere else and it'll still click the buttons on screen. It's the RF radio frequency remote. It's not line of sight. So there you go. This is the actual Boxee Box. It's the front of it here. Connection to that. Here we go. Here's the SD port. We can put an SD card in there. It's got the power button on top there. To get a good view of the back, starting from top left across, you have the Ethernet port, which is not gigabit. I'll let you guys know that is not gigabit. It's only 10100. It's got the HDMI out. It's got the Toslink optical audio. It's got two audio outs, the left and right stereo. The power port, and then on the bottom there, those two rows are two USB 2.0 ports. Those are not USB 3.0. So basically what comes in the box is the Boxee Box, the two-sided remote. It does come with an HDMI cable because, for the price, I believe right now it's $179.99. It should come with an HDMI cable, and thankfully it does. It comes with a power adapter and then an install guide. So, cool enough as it is. I'm glad the box isn't shaped like the actual Boxee Box, which is kind of nice. This is the, what comes in the box. So, alright, I'll give you the rest of the review coming right up. This is the part of the box review where I'm going to take you through the interface, show you some of the features, and just basically give a brief overview of the Boxee Box. This is the the main screen when you turn your Boxee Box on. This is the first thing you're going to see after you set it up. This is going to list all your friends. I don't have a whole lot of stuff on here. Basically, if you attach your Facebook to your Boxee Box account, it will pull all the videos that your friends have put on Facebook and show them here. You can also add friends through your Boxee account too, so anything they post, you will also be able to view that here. This watch later feature, basically, when I've showed this on previous videos, but just to give a quick overview, this is when you're on your either desktop or iPad or whatever, mobile device, you can save a video, using a bookmark, and it's going to attach to your Boxee account. And here it'll display a bunch of videos, that you want to watch later on, and as soon as you click on it, it'll open up. Right now I don't have anything, so it's not going to display anything. The shows tab is basically where it's going to go out and you can attach either like a USB drive or a network drive, and basically it'll show all the shows through everything that you have attached. Right now I haven't hooked it up to anything, so I'm not really going to have a library of much. Probably nothing at all, really. The main thing is it's going to pull a lot of the popular shows and show you where you can either watch them or download them or rent them. And these are just a library of all those shows, and you can go through the genres and channels and favorite all shows that you like. Movies, the same concept. I don't have it attached to anything, but it's going to go out and recent movies, popular movies. It's going to show them all here and show you the locations where you can watch them all. It'll pull from either Netflix or all the different apps that they have out there. So let's just say I'm a Hangover, for example. It's going to show you where you can watch it. Rent or buy it from Vudu. You can watch a trailer. Gives you ratings. All that type of stuff. Apps. This is the app, not really marketplace, but it's basically where it's going to show all your apps. These are all my favorite ones. You got the browser. It's got a lot of the main apps, MLB.TV, Netflix, College Humor, NHL Game Center, Pandora, Sling Player, TNT, YouTube, all the main, apps that I use. I've favorited in here. I have a featured tab here where you can see the most popular Boxee apps. You can sort it by categories. Just curious to see what they have for live. A lot of these are apps that other people made and putting out there, and I should say gaming wise. That's where you see a lot of those, like StarCraft, and people create their apps and put it out there in the Boxee marketplace. If we want to, I'm gonna go back to all. Go through the current list right now as of today. Let's see here. Quick glance over everything. There's just a lot of different apps that they have out there. You can go online and view all the current apps that are on the marketplace right now, but I'm just gonna go through them here kind of quick. I'm probably not gonna go through them all just because there's so many. It says about 265, and a lot of them you probably are not going to use, but there are a lot of apps, and compared to the other streaming devices, I believe it has one of the most. If it's not the most, all of these that I've ever used are very high quality. They don't crash or have any problems working, unlike some of the other streaming devices that are out there. So we'll go back here. Files. This is where it'll display all your files you have locally, either on another computer you can share it through, or a flash drive. Most of mine are on a flash drive. I have a Kingston 8 gig flash drive, and I have just some certain things on, and two popular shows that I like to watch. Right here, you can send things from a box. You can set up download this program called Boxee Media Manager on your desktop, and you can point to where all your videos or shows or your local files are, and you can stream them through here. I don't have it set up, but that's just another option. There's just a lot of different options that Boxee gives you to get your local devices, your local files to play through your TV. And lastly, the web browser. I'm just going to go to a quick website here. I'm just going to go to Google here real quick. As you can see, it loads up real quick, and I just use the on-screen cursor, and I'm just going to go to the news, for example. One thing about this Boxee remote that's nice, as you guys know, it is the only streaming device that has a remote. It's on the back of the remote. But it's also, what the remote is, you don't have to be pointing right at the Boxee Box. I believe it's RF, radio frequency, what it uses to, send a signal from the remote to the Boxee Box. It's not line of sight, so you could be, have the remote wherever, and it's gonna work. So, as you can see, it's the web browser. You don't want to do nothing major with it, but it is pretty handy. We'll exit that. So that's the main overview. There's just a lot of things with the Boxee Box that I like. There's really not a whole lot that I don't like. It is priced pretty high, but for what you get with it is well worth it. You can play about any file, any format pretty much, and this Boxee Box is going to take it. I've never had any kind of problems streaming any kind of files to this thing. This thing will just pick it right up, and you'll be able to watch it without any problems. So without any hiccups or anything. I've streamed full HD digital files to this thing, and this thing just runs it like a champ. So you don't have to worry about converting to certain formats when it comes to videos or TV shows. It runs perfectly fine. So this concludes the overview and interface part of the review. Alright, for the final review portion of the video, I'm going to talk about some of the technical features and comparing it with the other streaming devices out there. To start off, well, the Boxee Box can do more than the other streaming devices out there at, let's say the $99 price point, such as the Roku and the Apple TV is. With this, you get a much more robust device, such as the keyboard / remote that you get with it. The other remotes out there that and the other streaming devices just don't match up to the Boxee Box. And being able to type in your your credentials for Netflix and Hulu and those devices also don't have a browser either, so that's where it comes in handy, and it really sets itself apart from the other streaming devices out there. Another main selling feature of the Boxee Box is that it has all the USB options out there and the SD card, so any of your media you have, music and pictures and videos, TV shows or movies you have maybe saved locally, downloaded, through your various means. Everybody, has their own little collection of videos and stuff they want to get onto their TV. Well, with the Boxee Boxes, you don't have to worry about what, format or compression, or the file type that you save it in. With the Boxee Box, it'll just play it regardless of the format. And I mainly save it in MKVs, which is fully uncompressed, and as close as you can get to full HD, which I'm pretty sure a full MKV rip is a full HD, and it looks just like Blu-ray. So that's mainly what I save it in, but you can save it in any kind of format and it'll play perfectly fine, and it looks great, and it has no problems with it at all, which sets it apart from the Apple TV and Roku, which both you have to save in certain formats or the device will just lock up and not work. Lastly, it is open source, so many of the apps out there, they still have to get approved, but there's a lot of people out there making applications, and you can basically do more with these things. I mean, the Roku and the Apple TV you can jailbreak, but Boxee is a small little company, and they are just trying to make the user experience a lot better, and they do it because they combined all of your TV shows and movies into one central location, so you don't have to go digging for them, which makes it nice. And they also just released recently a TV tuner USB adapter for the Boxee Box, so you can basically watch your live TV, over-the-air channels on your Boxee Box. So basically, if you're cutting the cord, which many these days, many of you guys out there are trying to do, with Netflix and Hulu, YouTube, this box makes it easy to cut the cord, because now you can centralize everything, all your live TV, your local media, all your streaming needs, puts it all on this box. I know the box doesn't have Hulu Plus, but I'm sure you have other devices that currently do that. So if you guys have any other questions, comments, concerns, definitely let me know. I will try to cover, some more tutorials for you guys and girls if you want me to. So let me know what you think. Definitely, I give the Boxee Box a 5 out of 5. It does everything that you would want in a streaming device. So definitely, if you have the money, pick it up. I would not try to pick up something cheaper if possible, because you will be disappointed if you have a lot of local media you want to get streamed to your TV. So, but the main thing with this Boxee is that if you want all those features that I mentioned, go ahead and spend the extra money. If local files aren't a big priority for you, then you don't have to spend this much on a streaming device such as the Boxee. The Boxee is mainly for if you want all those features in one little box. It's perfect for you. If you just want a streaming device that has the applications and that's it, then look elsewhere. But definitely recommend the Boxee Box. It's held up well for me. It runs great, and like I said, I give it 5 stars out of 5. So let me just know what you guys think. If you need any questions or anything else, please let me know in the comments below. Thanks. Nick the Tech Guru.